What's up, guys? What's up, YouTube? Here, Miguel, aka Torn, coming at you. So, couple of weeks ago, I made a review about this TELSEIN neck camera holder, primarily for your iPhone. Uh, well, primarily for any type of phone that has MagSafe on it, but for me, it was my iPhone. I gave it a really scolding review. And to give you a little bit backstory about this, I bought this off of the TikTok shop, thinking that, since I've been a new YouTuber, thinking about that it would increase my YouTube arsenal about, doing videos, a point of view that was a little different than this and the cameras and everything else that I have. Um, I gave this a very scolding review, saying that basically it was garbage and to save your money and not to buy it. Amazingly enough, Telesin reached out to me, and they saw the review. They were very polite about it. They appreciated the brutal honesty of it and all the points I went to. They went over in the email a couple of points, which was, I believe they make a bigger one. Actually, I might have bought the smaller one. Now, again, I didn't see sizes on the TikTok shop, but that could have been from whoever I bought it. But they did make a bigger size one for people with bigger necks. And they were actually working on the stabilization on the next iteration of this model or this type of model. They were working on how to stabilize it because they were aware that once you have it around your neck, it does it does cause additional shakiness. So they offered to make it right and to send me a couple of different ones. Actually, I believe this one's the same one, except it's in a larger format, and this one is a little different. Instead of if you don't have an iPhone to do it, so they offered to send me these, and I said that would be very gracious of you, truthfully, after the scolding review I gave you. Now, here's what I just want to say, right off the bat, and I really mean this, and not because they sent me these two products. Because if you look at the video doesn't have that many views. I think it's under 100 at this point of the time of recording this. And what does that mean? How does that translate? That just translates to the fact that they're not sending me these because of the pressure of a video that's out there that's giving them a scolding review. They're sending me these because it doesn't have 1,000,000 views. It doesn't have 1,000 views. It doesn't have, all these views that's making their product look horrible. And what I choose to believe is that they saw somebody frustrated with their product that brought up legitimate concerns, and they tried to make it right, which right off the bat makes them better than 99% of the products that you buy off of TikTok, because we all know how that works, right? We buy these products off of TikTok, and it's kind of hit or miss. And really, when it's a miss, you kind of feel down about it because you kind of tricked, sort of say, and your money went out the window. But it's just kind of like you don't want to return it because it's a couple of bucks, and you don't want to go through the hassles. And this ends up being just kind of junk in your drawer, in the junk drawer, and then you just kind of be like, I fell for that, So, but the company, the fact that they reached out to me and they offered to make it right, even though the video doesn't have enough views, they saw somebody who was, struggling with their product. They offered to make it right, and not only did they offer to make it right, they let me know that they were improving upon the product that they had already. They were aware of the stabilization issue, so there's going to be another iteration. So it just means to me that this company cares about what they're putting out there and cares about their customer experience. So for that, you get tremendous amount of kudos for that, because not a lot of companies that make other products would do that. They would just say, hey, we got your money and we're moving on. So which kind of leads me to this video, right? So I want to do an unboxing. I'm going to switch the camera up to the top over there. We're going to unbox these. Actually, we just might leave the camera here. I'll tell you that. Yeah, how about that? Why get fancy? right? So we're going to unbox these. We're going to take a look. You know, we're going to do a blind reaction. They are closed. I have not opened them. So we're going to do with the MagSafe one, just because that's the one I have. And we're going to take a look and see if any different. Now, regardless of what comes out of this box, you guys earn brownie points with me. And I definitely respect the fact that you guys stand behind your products and care about the user experience with it. So kudos for you guys for doing this. So I really do appreciate it. All right. Pretty simplistic plastic. I could tell off the bat that something's different. This didn't come with the first iteration of it, which I'm not sure what this is for. We'll figure that out. Let me push the camera a little bit down because nobody wants to see my face. All right, so let's see. We have.
What are you doing? Subscribe.
We got a MagSafe ring to put on phones that don't have it. We have wet wipes and whatchamacallit, a screen cloth. Interesting. We have a camera thing that you hold, and then we have the instruction booklet. Smartphone magnetic neck holder. All right. And I got it. Okay. All right. So this is to put around your phone if your phone has it, and around the neck brace. So this way, in case your phone falls off of it, this will catch on. You're supposed to loop it through here and then loop this one on the phone or camera that you're using. So this way, in case the camera becomes unhinged from the magnet, it doesn't fall right on the floor. The strap, I believe it's the same thing. So install the strap. So just a quick note, it does say to install how to install the strap. I'm not 100% clear on what the strap is for. I'm going to guess it's going to be the same thing as not to, have this drop off your... Actually, let's check out the box. Okay. All right. I was wrong. So the strap, here's this guy wearing the strap. The strap is to put around your chest to stabilize the camera more, which was an issue with this one. So this one was an issue where the camera would go back and forth, and when you walked, you would have to constantly adjust it or hold it. So that's what the strap is for. The strap, and you could already tell this is, I guess, the older model, and this is the newer one they sent me. That's where you do the strap through. So, all right, let's... immediately after opening this, you can tell that it's bigger. All right. So let's just do a little comparison, right? It is bigger. You can tell it's a lot bigger. So they do come in different sizes. That's probably shame on me. I didn't know. You could tell that this one's the new one. Obviously, there's a difference. This is thinner. It's not as thick and fat. All right, let's give this a try and see what the release mechanism is. Yes. Look. Amazing. This is why they sent this, right? So this, now again, if you guys are not knowing what I'm talking about, watch the other video, right? So this is the old one, and the way you would take this out is this you would have to slide it in. You would have to completely slide it in. And when it's around your neck, right, but it has to go in perfectly straight up and down. And if it doesn't, you're sitting here fidgeting with trying to get it in. And again, it's watch the other video. I'll link it somewhere. It's a pain in the butt just to get this in. I mean, I think in the other video I even suggested maybe using a magnet, but this mechanism was absolutely not good, right? And again, this was, Telesin being like, hey, we improved this and we're still working on this part, which was, that is so much cleaner. You just put it in and that's cleaner. You don't have to worry about it. So we're going to do a little bit of a show test. I'm going to model. So please, Ralph Lauren, please don't call me. All right. So put this in. Oh my God. So watch the other video. I'm not even going to, I'm just saying watch the other video because it took me minutes to struggle with this. And again, me being a big guy and having this, you know, a lot better. So far, a lot better. Now I know you are working still with the stabilization on this. I don't think this strap is big enough for a guy like me to put around me. I get it. You know, there's limitations to all this, and this is not like one size fits all. But just the mechanism alone at this point is a lot better because you know I can then try to be a little bit more willing to be stable. So, and again, I know you guys are working on a better stabilization. So I'd be really curious to see what you guys, come up with next to try to stabilize this. Um, but again, I don't know if you could even put like a gimbal or something, like just a little gimbal here to just kind of, because I think even with the strap, maybe not. I'm pretending to have a strap or a bra at this point, but I could see where the strap, if it's tight enough, it doesn't move this back and forth. So, yeah. So far, this much better, much better. So we're gonna open the other one. Let's put this over to the side. Let's bring the camera down a little bit. I'm thinking that this is the same one as that one. It's just instead of MagSafe, it just caters to every phone. I was wrong. I was very wrong. Okay, so check this out. You guys, man, you guys did really amazing with this. All right, so you do have it for the iPhone, right? Or for any phone, but this is nice. This is buttery smooth, by the way, not janky, and it feels nice and tense. However, right off the bat, can you guys see the difference? Telsin, you're making me feel bad here. Right there. You know what goes on that? Any freaking camera goes on that. That's right. Any camera. Oh man, I would be very curious to see what this looks like with the DSLR on here. Shall we? Shall we try? Everything else is in the box. All right. I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I am curious, Telsin. I am curious to see what this looks like with the DSLR on it. So just hold on a second. All right. Oh man. Okay. So we're going to try. We have two of my main cameras. We have, I don't even know the models. EV. This is the EV10 and the EV1. This is the point and shoot one for vloggers, and this one's the more advanced one. They're pretty popular vlog cameras, right? They're both made by Sony, right? So let's try this one first because it's the least expensive. Well, let's see how this looks up here. All right. Oh man. So let's open that up. All right, so we'll flip the camera around. Now, do we have the same mechanism, right? Oh, it's this one. Sorry, that was my. All right, we gotta try this, man. So I'm pretty excited for this, yo. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, it's clipped in. Right, got the beard out of the way. Oh man, that I'm not lying. This is pretty badass. This is pretty badass. To give that effect, right? To give that effect right now, and you could kind of tilt it a little down. Ah, that point of view, and this is enough to hold this. This is a popular Sony camera, so I mean, this is legit. I don't know about that big one. I mean, I'm going to test it anyway, just because why the hell not? But this so far, you know, that one might be a little bit better because this one has, I mean, this is a camera limitation, right? So the camera's not meant for like, doesn't have a zoom lens or, you know, up and close a micro lens. So let's close that. A wide lens is what I'm getting at. I'm not a camera person. All right, so let's put this back. Listen, if this falls and breaks, I'm coming after you. I'm telling you right now. I just bought this camera to upgrade my YouTube presence. So I'm telling you right now, this has kind of been my baby. But if this works, I'm going to tell you right now. All right. So far, it's heavy. Ooh, it's heavy. All right, so let's. Again, I didn't read your instructions, so I don't know if there's a weight limit on what I'm supposed to be doing. So again, you know, this might not be supported by you guys, which I get, but I get, you know, us YouTubers get a little crazy when we see tech. All right, so it works. Now, it's a little scary. I got to tell you, because the camera's a little top heavy. Yeah, so it's a little scary. So I don't even think with the straps this would work, just because it's bending this. It's bending the rods. So it's just a little too heavy for this. Which, listen, I am not dinging you for this. Well, maybe. Again, I'm not dinging you for this, but I'm loving it because I could put a GoPro on here. I could put a, you know, the DJI 3, or I could put a webcam on here. I could put whatever, a lighter version that gives the same thing. This is a little excessive, don't get me wrong. I understand that, and I know my viewers understand that too. However, this is not excessive. This is perfect for something like this. And this is perfect to have as B-roll camera, and that's kind of what I use. I use this for my main camera, and then I have my B-roll camera, and I know exactly where I'm putting my B-roll camera at the moment for my other videos coming up. So it is not absurd. So yeah, so for something this size, I think the base needs to be a little wider on the chest, right? It needs to be more of a plate, and maybe this needs to be a little bit more tension. But again, we're not talking, I'm sure that these were not meant for a DSLR of this, you know, magnitude. So I'm going to shut my mouth on that. However, I am thoroughly over the moon by these two products. And I'm not sure if or how or what happened with this one. I'm not sure if I just purchased an older model. I'm not sure if I didn't see the right size or whatever the case was. And these are the newer iterations of it. I'm not even sure if they're out yet, to tell you the truth. Maybe I was the first one that you sent these to. But 100 times better than those. The locking mechanism, totally better than that. And again, this here, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Because again, any type of camera this size or smaller, you know, webcams, GoPros, stuff like that would just be absolutely perfect for that. I can't wait until you guys release the ones, or you work on the stabilization a little bit better, because I'll tell you, I'll probably follow up with that. But again, for me, for right now, kind of sitting around doing B-rolls and understanding that there's a little bit of wobble. But again, you did provide the strap. It just doesn't fit on me, which is perfectly fine. And I know I didn't try it, but I am pretty sure. Yeah, I think this is like the most it opens. Yeah, there's absolutely no way this thing fits on me. So it's fine. Don't. It's. I'm not. I'm not threatened by it. I'm not. I'm not upset by it. So Teslin, Telsin, thank you for sending me this. I really do appreciate it. I am going to use them in my next videos. And again, I put some affiliate links down below if you guys are interested in purchasing these. They do make sure you get these and not this one. I'm not a fan of this one at all, especially this mechanism right here. So, make sure you get the newer versions of it. So anyway, thanks again, everybody, for watching. I hope you have a great weekend, and take care.